is exception, ain't no truce. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my crew. Only winning is exception on my crew. Yeah. Ain't no dub, ain't no L. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, 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 I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, yeah. When I hit that,
Tonight, from First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio, it's Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. We'll see Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns taking on Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens.
Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Browns on offense with Baker Mayfield, the former #1 overall pick at quarterback.
There's a lot of good to watch in the game last week, wasn't there? I mean, he did throw 2 touchdown passes. That was impressive. And he's so close, isn't he? The 3 interceptions killed him and his team. That was costly. But if he just cleans that up a little bit, there's a reason for optimism with this team and this passer.
Mayfield off the play fake. And incomplete to open things up. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Intended for Jarvis Landry. Incomplete.
So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It's taken to the 26. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
It was fun getting ready for this game, wasn't it? Because normally we talk to the coaches and the players. I think you and I asked to talk to the trainer to see how his arm is going to be.
A lot of ice after last week.
After last week's game, boy, what a performance that was. And you know who else is having fun? Receivers. Because they get a chance to do what they do best, which is go out and catch the ball.
Yeah, that last week effort, he threw for well over 400 yards. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, Jackson. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Jackson.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Play action. It's Jackson. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he'll go out of bounds, making it all the way down to the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
I can still hear it reverberate through this thick skull of mine. Crossing routes versus man-to-man coverage, it's a bad matchup for the defense. Those tend to work very well as they run away from a defender.
Five yards from the end zone, first and goal. They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. Big play coming here. It's third and goal. They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire. Yeah, this is going to depend on his spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on fourth and goal. All right, ball at the 1 yard line, fourth down. What do you say?
I say go, because if you can't get 1 yard, what's the old adage? If I can't get 1 yard, I don't deserve to win anyway. Tell your team it's that time. Who's going to get down into the trenches, grind it out, and make sure that ball gets in the end zone? Who's it going to be? Let's go do it.
They'll go. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2 yard line. They're turned away on fourth and goal. And the Browns are able to come up with a goal line stand. So the defensive front holding strong there on fourth and inches.
And how about the battle of big people up front? That turned into a leverage game, didn't it? Defensive linemen, they won it. Lower than the offensive guys, pushed them back, knifed through, and made a great play.
From the gun, Mayfield. That'll be caught. It's Steven Sims. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Steven Sims Jr., 98 yards. And the Browns have taken the early lead. And that's the type of play that'll give your sideline some juice, a long touchdown pass.
And it's like a bolt of lightning, isn't it? That suddenness of that play brings everyone to their feet in the stadium, and he takes it all the way to the end zone. Give him credit for making that type of a play call, even more credit for how they executed it.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded right around the 8. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. And last time, they had it fourth and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations.
They've got his man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32.
A gain of 43 yards. And the Raven first down.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
To throw again on second down. Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. 11 yards there, first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Baltimore.
And Jackson throwing once more. Completes it to Hardman. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 more there and another first down.
First down, Ravens.
Jackson will throw again. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Mack Wilson came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
It's second down.
To try again after the sack. Jackson, that is caught inside the 5.
Jackson.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
And he's got it up and through. That time a 6-play drive. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Oh, a mistake there. The kickoff out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Automatic first down.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at the 40. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one.
7-7.
First down throw for Mayfield. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And that'll bring up second down.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
The throw taken in by Sims. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
You know, are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Fournette, a first down carry. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
The ball carrier.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact. But in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Now Jackson to throw on 3rd down. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. And they'll get to him short of the 1st down at about the 16. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's Jarvis Landry now on the return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Justin Madubuike in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And they have been disruptive in the passing game, as we're going to see here. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And then we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be...
He's got a man, complete. And now off to the races, down the
gotta
right
love it, baby.
side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Miles Boykin. 76 yards. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability.
Well, if the plan is to come in here and go toe-to-toe with these guys, it certainly does not hurt if you hit them with a big shot along the way, too.
That's got to give them some confidence. And the other thing right now, it quiets this crowd, at least for the time being.
Yeah, that is what is called the intended consequence of their actions.
And his kick is right through. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's Landry. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lot, but barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though. Give him 30 yards there.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great. Let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Ravens will take over at their own 20-yard line. This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
So first thing crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Following the interception, Mayfield quickly into the hands of Beckham. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Mayfield on first down. Open man here, Sims complete. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And his kick is indeed good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11.
Ravens 21.
So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
Jackson's pass intercepted. The Browns take over first and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital, where it was the home team who were able to hold serve and get a victory in their stadium. 20-14, the final score. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Minnesota Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. And then finally, a good one on Monday Night Football between the Indianapolis Colts and the Houston Texans. In the game you're watching, we've seen a strong first half out of Lamar Jackson. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. From the 6. And able to get this out to the 25.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, come on, get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. 28 yards to gain there on the catch and run. So a first and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man of the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And he's got this down to the 35.
Jackson's pass.
Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down.
First down, Baltimore.
Jackson. That is caught inside the 5. There they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Over 30 yards there. And first downs on 3 consecutive plays now. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And this time he is in. Yes. Clyde Edwards-Helaire with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. And the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now.
It is good.
The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Clyde Edwards-Helaire. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. 3rd quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10. Mayfield. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
That certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Baker Mayfield sacked.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Noah Igbenogany.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a first and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now first and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens will extend their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
They want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Well, the second down throw on target. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what it said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Browns get a score closer. So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. And he's got some space here. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the fourth. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And they'll go with the ground attack here. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now a handoff looking right. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On third down, Jackson. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Jackson to Boykin, first down, Baltimore.
And the Raven first down.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Touchdown.
Mecole Hardman, his 14th touchdown now on the year, as the Ravens push further out in front.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. That time 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's Landry. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Mayfield looks to throw, and he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Last play, they went over 20 yards. This time, they top 30.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Nick Chubb, the ball carrier.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
On 3rd down, it's Malone. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that 1st. Now Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. And it wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that time. Type of play calling, in whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From midfield now, here's Jackson eluding, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Myles Garrett, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Well, a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Play action. It's Jackson. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Ravens capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air, because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here's Landry. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
From the gun, Mayfield to the right side, and he's got Landry. Complete.
Mayfield's pass. Complete.
5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 34-yard line. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 20-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. That's going to be caught. Yeah, the Browns are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved.
Offense.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
And they'll try again here, first and goal after the false start. Going to the air again with Mayfield. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns get a score closer. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play. So it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Browns 35.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points.